Hello, hello, welcome. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. I was talking to my friend and I was like, I gotta go and I gotta get on my live and I can't be laughing. Here I am laughing. I love what I do. I actually work from my phone, and we're going to talk about make money from your phone as a beginner because you can. She's awesome. I think she's the best. Okay, so let me get a little book so I can put my mic up a little higher. Um, I love what I do as a homeschooling mama. I have 5 kiddos, 3 homeschoolers, and 2 adults. And today I'm going to hang out with you and walk you through what I do and give you kind of behind the scenes because I do go live on another platform, but I cannot go behind the scenes there. And I'm pretty much kind of like closed mouthed on there. And that's why I love coming on this platform because I can actually share stuff with you and talk to you and give you some insight. And that is why this is my favorite platform. It is. I have my favorite. I can say that. um, let me get some things opened here so I can walk you through this and you can see this and we can hang out and talk about this. And if you have questions, let me know because because that's why I'm here. Okay? All right. So, making money from your phone as a beginner. How do you do that? Well, it's not by coincidence that you are on my live, okay? On this live. It's going to be a replay if you see this later, but it is not a coincidence because I don't believe in coincidences and I love what I do. And I'm here to help you to show you that you can do this as a complete beginner. So, before I get started, I'm going to quickly show you this. Okay, so you can screenshot this if you like. I'm sharing testimonials during this live, and we are not promising or guaranteeing anything because that would be like silly. That'd be like going to the gym saying, hey, you know what? I guarantee you're going to lose 50 pounds in 3 months. Not if you're eating a pint of ice cream or not if you were eating a bag of chips every day and whatever. It does not work like that. Okay. So let's get to this. This is what am I going to show you first? Okay. Well, first, do me a favor. If you are new to me, if you are new to this, then new to my channel, then just drop me in, like, just say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I like to see who's new, and at least I can say hi. Okay. I would like to say hi and greet you. And if you have questions or if you want to join me on a live, I highly suggest joining on a live. We also have webinars. So if you are not inside of Granny's, right? Okay, make sure that you get inside of Granny's because you can actually get into one of those webinars. Those webinars are free and you can get more information, kind of like me walking you through beginning to end here, but you get live testimonials there. Okay, so that is something that if you're not in there, you won't be able to get into those webinars. Okay. So I will show you. These are the programs I promote. It's called Legacy. There's Digital Mastery, Passive, and Launch. These are digital programs. We're in the e-learning industry. So e-learning industry basically means education. But I don't want you to think of it like that. It is a business in a box. And that business in a box is you purchasing a program and then you're like, oh, everything is in there to get started. Yes, everything you need to build a successful online business is there. Okay, everything. I love what I do and I love who this is for. I've been doing this for almost a year, and I love it. Next month, I will be celebrating my year of doing this, working from home with my kids, being able to be a homeschooling mom. So, if you want to learn about this, this is the 2-hour workday. What is that? Okay, so we focus on creating content. You can do this faceless. You can do this. You don't have to go live like I do. I mean, can you? Yes, you can if you want to. There's options in this. We use posting free ads as you see right here, and creating content. So We create content, you pick a platform and you create 3 pieces of content. You will learn how to create that content. Whoops, sorry for hitting the mic. You will learn in the program how to create the content. Posting of the free ads is basically just taking like a 3-4 sentences as if you were going to sell a shirt or shoes or a blanket or anything. That's the kind of classified ad. And then you go to our 200 high traffic websites and, excuse me, you would just post that ad on those classified sites. What does that do? Now, I don't do that anymore because I go live, but that gets you and your business in front of other people for free. We're not paying for advertising, just so you know. There is no monthly fees in this, and that is another reason why I love what I do. So, creating content, you'll learn how to create 3 pieces of content. You'll learn about posting free ads, and then you just go back and respond. Now, I don't hang out in DMs. I do not suggest you hang out in DMs. We do not pick up a phone. We're not chasing customers. We don't do that. We use what is called attraction marketing. What does that mean? That means I create my content, right? Where is this? I create my content, right? And then when somebody comes across my content and they're like, oh, you work from home? Oh, you make money online from your phone? Absolutely. When I say work from home, it's because I want the mamas out there and the dads out there to know that you can actually make money from home. And that's why I say from home. It's actually, I mean, I create my content from right here, from my phone. Okay. Now, respond to the comments and emails. I should have put emails in there too. But if somebody emails you and is like, what is this? How do I do this? I have questions. Then you respond to those with that half-hour time slot. Okay. So let me share my screen, because if you want to get started, you just go to Granny's. So let me share what that looks like. Let me share my screen with you. Okay. I don't think we need sound, but I'll share the sound. All right, so this is what it looks like. You go to Granny's, okay? This is what is called, you're going to learn a little quick lesson. This is called a landing page, a capture page. Some people call it a capture, some people call it landing. I like to call it landing because I'm not capturing your email forever. If you want to ever opt out, there are automated emails that go out for 30 days. I went in there and I added some of me in there, but these are created for you. They're done for you. So you get 30 emails ready to go. You get a system that is automated. And that is why this right here is important, because this is automations. So when I go to sleep, got my very first customer when I was sleeping. Okay. He saw one of my videos, then he went to Granny's and then put in his information and was actually able to get all the information he needed to make a decision to purchase. Isn't that awesome? That is why this is key. This right here makes the difference. So if you're in business, if you have a small business and it's not automated, somehow, some way you're not making and building an email list, I would highly suggest that every single person has an email list, so that you are directly connected to the people that are interested in you and what you're doing, not just on a platform that can be taken away in the snap of a finger. Okay. So build that email list. That is yours. It's really important. So when you go there and you put in your email, this pops up. This is the video from the founder of this. And then when you're ready, you click on the pink button that takes you to my actual website. And this is where, Jacob, can you turn down, please? This is where you'll get some more information. You'll see me. You'll see my little kiddos. They're a lot bigger now. And then you will be able to listen to video testimonials. Here are lots of information. Okay. Then if you're not interested in the legacy, which is the 9, look, 9, 6, 3, and 1. I don't promote the 1. Let me explain to you why I don't promote this one, because I don't want you to have a website that's built for you and you only have one program on there. I really think that's silly. I don't think that's a good idea. And that's why I don't promote it. There's a one-time $39 website fee. There is no monthly fees. So you choose a program and that kickstarts your business. Okay. Now let's go back to this. So you could choose the 6, the 3, or the 1. All the information is here. If you would like to start with the 9, that's right at the top. Makes it easy. Now, I chose the 9 because I wanted everything. I learned inside of it that I could make my own community. But if you just want to take the master resale rights and resell these educational programs, then do that. You don't have to go any further if you don't want to. But I like the idea of learning how to make more money with a passive way. So on this platform, you can go and check the description. I have 2 affiliates. I put those in there and I never touch them. So every time I upload a video, what happens? They are in there and I never have to touch them. They're there all the time doing the work for me. That is truly passive. So when I have somebody that is like, "Oh, I want to do the same thing you're using or do it the same way," then they go through my affiliate and I get income from that affiliate, okay? Now this is our community that you get to be a part of, and we're going to go look at some of the wins. Now, 52,000, that's how many members are in our community. And a win can be spiritual, physical, financial, anything that you deem to be a win. So 3,000 in less than 7. Last week they made 3,000 in less than 7 through this. Okay. That is probably a couple of customers. And I just want you to see this because when you see the number of customers, that makes the difference. So they probably did 3, right? 3 customers. And then probably a 3. Yeah, that's it. Really, 3 customers. Three customers. I had 2 customers in one day of that number 1 selling program. 2 customers. I've had numerous days like that. And that's 18. Okay. Numerous days like that when you have 2 customers of the number 1 selling program. Now, the possibility here to look 18 and 6, that's awesome. People, it's going to be different. Obviously, it's going to be different. Now, if you don't start on the $900 program, let me show you. If you don't start on the $900 program and you choose to start on like the 6 or the 3, whatever, okay, you'll be able to promote that one and the ones underneath it. That is how this works. I'm going to go through this in a minute. So let's go back over here. 18 and 6 days, 78 so far. What? I won views versus comments. Leads. Look what they just accomplished. There's a first lead. That's exciting. 71 and 6 weeks and 2 days. Yes, because we're promoting high priced point digital programs that we did not create. Not me. Okay, so we could go through these. I share my wins sometimes too inside the community. And this is what I would say to you. As soon as you get your first win, go in there, share that first win, and then periodically share your wins so that you can screenshot these and save them later and then share them later in your content. It becomes part of your content. I wish I would have known that in the beginning. And I didn't. I actually didn't start really sharing a lot until recently because I never looked at it like an opportunity to screenshot it and share it in my content. So I'm telling you what I've learned, and I would encourage you to do it. Are you done school? Okay, I keep hearing stuff. And you're not done school. Sorry, a mom moment. Okay, so let me stop screen sharing this because I want to show you, talk about these programs for a second. Okay. So, I was going to start at the 1 until she said I couldn't promote anything else. And then I was like, I don't want to do that. So I started at the 9, or I purchased the 9. That means I have 4 programs on my website, right? That I can promote. Now that gives people options. There are options for plans. There are plans available in the US and there may be a plan in your country. It will just depend on what country you're in. Okay. Now, the other thing is that was my very first customer, the 9. So I purchased the 9. He was my first customer. As soon as I had that, I was in profit mode. This is amazing to me that we get to do this. This is not a have to. This is I get to do this. As a struggling mom who was doing the dash, um, it was hard. Like I was not making all the bills. I was not making ends meet. We were working 40 plus hours, bringing the goal was to bring in 1800 a month. That's only 2 sales now. And I've done that in a day. It is crazy to me that I get to do this. Absolutely crazy. So I had to step out of that box because my initial thought was, is this real? Is this something I can do? And like, is it something I can do? And I was a skeptic because I didn't know you could promote educational programs. That's what these are. So they are a business in a box. And that's as a beginner, that's how you should look at it, as a business in a box. I'm purchasing a program. I'm going to turn around with the master resale rights and resell the programs because they give an education, but it also gives you a business. So you're learning some digital marketing skills and you get to earn at the same time, learning and earning. It is so cool to me that we get to do this. That is our number one selling program. And that was my first 5 customers. 6th one changed, went back on the 7th and the 8th. So I love who this is for. And I love anybody can do this. 18 to 80 plus. There is an 81-year-old man who just got his very first customer, and his first customer was what? A $900 customer. Okay. So as a stay-at-home mom, as a homeschooling mom, I actually do this with my kids around. So every now and then you hear noises. That's because I have kids. Okay. 100% profit. So all these things are my favorite things. I don't cold call. It's not MLM. You don't need a degree. You do not need an experience because you're going to start this off as a beginner and you're just going to learn. You're going to learn how to do the what to do. That automated system is this right here. That is Granny's. Anybody can do what I do, and I'm here to help you get started. When I started, I never did anything else but promote the programs. Let me go back to that. The only thing I did was promote the programs as a beginner. That's what I did. I started on one platform, quickly went to the second platform, had 2 platforms, and inside of this one, I learned about making my own community. So you get to be a part of my community for 1 month. You get free access to my private paid community, in addition to the main community that I showed you. Okay. What else was I going to tell you about that though? Oh, affiliate. I did tell you about that. I learned that in this one. So as a beginner, turn around and promote the programs. That's the easiest, quickest way to get started. There are people out there that are talking about digital products and things of that nature. I've been there. I've done that. I will tell you this. This is the quickest thing to get up and running, and you can actually start posting right away. You don't need to wait. And it is going to stink probably because you won't know what you're doing. I didn't know. The content I made back then is not the content I make today. It is different. You learn and you grow, but it's a learning and an earning opportunity. Okay. It is different than going and creating an e-shop or, I have 2 shops on, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. So on that e-shop, excuse me, hiccups. But I had to learn how to create that product, those products. I had to learn how to create the products, and then I had to go learn the platform, learn the products, and they take a portion of your they take a portion when you make a sale. So all those things play a factor. There is no when you and I don't know, that is in here somewhere, not on this overlay, but when you promote and get a customer of any of these, 100% goes right to you. So there is nobody's taking anything from you. It's different. And it's so cool that we get to do this. And you're mentored. So every single week you're actually mentored by, if you come in on the legacy, you're mentored by a multi-millionaire mama who started this in 2022. You're also mentored by other six-figure income earners that did the same thing that I'm doing. Same thing that you would be doing. They started mastering the 2-hour workday, started learning, started growing, and built a business, promoting educational programs. We learn how to market. Plus, if you want to learn more, you can learn more. If you don't, then don't. Just turn around and resell these with the master resell rights. You can't change the name, you can't change the price, but you get access to 52,000 of us in the program. Plus, you get mentored. There are 3 different meetings. Now, the legacy has its own, but outside of that, there are other meetings for everybody that everybody can attend. So you're getting soaked into more. Plus, when you purchase from me, you get into my small knit community. And that inside of that small knit community, I get to give you more personalized help, okay? Because it is a smaller community. So that's a really big benefit for people that are starting. And I would highly suggest you don't have to get into my community, but you have the option to join my community when you start and when you purchase a program. It doesn't matter which program because I give you access to my community for 1 month. So that's just it's like a quick start for you. If you have questions, email me questions. Just go to Granny's. That is how everybody gets started, at Granny's. Email me questions. I'll answer your questions. If you want to get started, that's how you get started. I go over everything on these. If you are new to me, drop a new in the comments. If you watch this as a replay later, which a lot of people do, join me on a live so you can ask me in real time any questions that you have, and I'll answer them. I'm just a mom who was doing the dash, who was struggling, stuck, and stranded, literally, all of those in 18 months, going from having that mini stroke to finding out the work trips were not work trips, to starting doing the dash, to losing my beloved black Suburban and my JOB. But I'm back. Like, I'm back. I love what I do now. This is the best thing one of the best things, apart from my nonprofit, that I actually love the most that I've ever done, like, for work. Okay. And it's mine. And I don't have a boss, and I don't have somebody that, you know, that has to say, you have to be here at this time, or it's freeing. I have the freedom to do what I want to do on my own schedule, in my own pace, in my own pace, in my own space, in my own time. And if you're looking for a real legit way to work from home from your phone, then reach out to me if you have questions, because I love what I do and I've been doing it. I'm going to celebrate. I got to celebrate somehow next month. It's been a year, okay? A year of doing something that I stepped out in skeptical. I questioned it. I didn't know if it was going to work. I didn't know how it was going to work. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no clue what this was. Some people reference this as digital marketing. I don't. I do say you'll learn marketing skills, because you will, but it's a business in a box for beginners. And that's how I share it. That's how I talk about it, because I didn't even know what digital marketing was last year when I started this. I didn't understand having an automated system. I didn't understand any of that. I was looking for this. I needed to work from home as a homeschooling mom, and I needed to make money, and not just like $15 an hour, because who can survive? When I was doing the dash, we were struggling, and I was working 40 plus hours. So no, that is not enough. For a single income home, that doesn't cut it. Even you got 2 people in a household and they're still struggling. No, I needed something different. I needed something outside of the box. I stepped outside of the box. I love what I do, and I'm here to help you. If you have questions, let me know. I thank you for joining me today. I like to keep these under 30 minutes. So if you're watching this replay later, let me know. Just drop a hey, how are you, where you're watching from, and join me on my lives. I go live. Go check my profile, my homepage, whatever you want to call that. And I keep that current schedule there. Right now I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I invite you to come join me, okay? Have a blessed day. Bye.